Yo, it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. So like, share the video, and all that good stuff. And tell me where you're from. Where you from? 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 Represent your city. So yeah, a lot of crazy stuff is going on in this crazy world. And I don't see it changing anytime soon. But over here, we focus on what we can control, not what we can't control. Now, that doesn't mean that we should ignore the things that we can't control. We just should not focus on the things that we can't control so much. And that doesn't mean that what we can't control doesn't affect us. Because we have family, we have friends, we have loved ones that we care about. And for the most part, we hope the best for them. We don't want anything bad to happen to them. We want them to be, to prosper and all that good stuff and be successful in whatever endeavors they decide to get into. So it sometimes things do affect us, but that's just a part of life. Unfortunately, there's some things in life you just gonna have to deal with it. Can't run from it. You can try, but it's probably not gonna work. You can drink yourself to death, get high and all that shit. That's still not gonna. That's not gonna get rid of your problems. Some things you just gonna have to face and deal with. Can't be a coward for the rest of your life. You know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, I got a question from somebody in my DM sent me a email on Instagram. Oh, P.S. by the way, hey, follow me on my Instagram. Yeah, that's why I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, follow me on my Instagram. Hold on, I gotta turn the light on. Yeah, I gotta turn the light on for this. Yeah, follow me on my Instagram, man. I've been wanting to tell people to who the hell is this? Damn, that's a fine woman. I don't know who the hell that is. That's a fine woman, boy. Shit. That's a fine ass woman. Right there, boy. For real. Oh, I'll get back to that later. Yeah, I got distracted. You know what I'm saying? On this. Hey, if you go to Instagram, boy, you get distracted, boy. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay disciplined out here. So yeah, follow me on. I'm gonna put the my Instagram link in the show notes. In the chat. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Yeah, that's my Instagram right there. Yeah, follow me. You know what I'm saying? I won't, and this is the quickest way to send me an email. On Instagram too. That's another thing. Instagram is faster than email. Yeah, Instagram is faster than email, man. Yeah, I might interview this woman. Yeah, that's a fine ass woman right there, boy. I like it. I like interviewing hot chicks. I like interviewing hot chicks. We all like hot chicks. We love hot chicks. You know, now we might not necessarily want to marry them, but we like looking at them and we like hanging around them. We love hot chicks. Who don't like hot chicks? Unless you're gay. You know, I'm not gay. You know what I'm saying? We love hot chicks. Nothing like a hot woman. Eye candy. Oh yeah, we love it. You know, there's nothing like eye candy. You know, it keeps me young at heart. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter how old I get. I love eye candy. Oh yeah, you gotta love it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this woman looked like she from I don't know. But anyways, you know, that's my hit me up. That's my Instagram. Hit me up. It's the link is in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, I got this question from somebody that's been following me on Instagram. For a minute now, I would say. And we got into this money discussion. And I don't even know how the conversation got started, to be honest. But he was telling me how during the holidays, you know, he's all stressed out about, you know, getting gifts and all that shit or whatever. And I was like, why are you stressed out about that, bro? You know, what is there to be stressed out about? You know, and I was like, what kind of gift is she, your girl, your wife? Because I don't even know how if the guy was married or not. I didn't even get into that, but obviously he had some type of girl around that he thought highly of at the time. So I said, what is she, what does she get, or what has she gotten you in the past on the holidays since you all stressed out or whatever? So he told me this broad got him last Christmas, this broad got him a pair of socks from Walmart. This broad got him a pair of socks. The 12, you know them 12-pack socks from Walmart? The white ones? This broad got him a 12-pack of socks from Walmart, yo. Now you might say, well, why is that important? Why is that a big deal? Why is it's the thought that counts, right? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And some people ain't gonna like what I have to say tonight, and that's okay. Now, why is it okay for this guy, me, you, or any guy, or any woman for that matter? Why is it okay for you as a guy to put so much effort in looking for gifts? And it don't necessarily got to be a holiday. It don't necessarily got to be a holiday thing. It can be just every week thing, or whenever you choose to buy and give a woman a gift, at least one that you think highly of. You're making the effort to buy gifts and all this shit or whatever, but she's not. She just take the easy way out. Just buy you a pair of boxes and some socks or some shit like that and call it a day. But meanwhile, you go to Victoria's Secret, you go to you might grab a Coach bag or some shit like that. You done spent hundreds of dollars, right? This broad spent what? $15 for a pair of socks or some boxes from Walmart. And you cool with that. You open the Christmas gift. Oh, thank you, babe. Whatever, you know. Or she might have didn't give you anything. And you're cool with that. You know. But you, on the other hand, you done spent 800, 2,000 on Christmas. And this broad spent what? $10, 10, $15 on some boxers and or some goddamn pair, 12 pack of socks. And you cool with that. And a lot of guys are cool with that. They let it slide. Oh, it's the thought that counts. And I'm here to tell you that's bullshit. And a lot of guys, the girls don't get them anything. A lot of time. The girl don't get them anything. The guy just showers her down with gifts. She get to sit there and don't lift a finger. And a lot of guys are cool with it. They don't got a problem with that. And then when they start to get disrespected, they it's like, oh, I can't believe it. I gave her, I treated her well. I took her shopping and gave her gifts. I gave her a bracelet and all this shit or whatever. But she haven't reciprocated. She haven't done anything. Now, it's one thing if she can't do it. It's another thing. I'm not talking about the women that can't do it. I'm talking about the ones that can. That's what I'm saying. If you can't do it, she can't do it. That's understandable. But I'm here to tell you, if your woman, if it ain't got to be your woman, it can be just a girl that you think highly of. If she ain't spending money on you, she ain't into you like that. Yeah, that's right. If she ain't spending money on you, she ain't into you like that. And that's the truth. And I'm not talking about spending $5 or $10 or buying some damn food, anything like that. Well, okay, I'm gonna back up with the food. If you go to a restaurant, not the first time, but if you go to if y'all keep going to restaurants all the time, and this broad never even volunteered to pay, that broad ain't into you like that. You need to leave her alone. It's just no. I'm not saying you should expect her to pay. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if she don't volunteer to pay a couple times, you just leave her. You need to leave her alone because you're gonna resent her in the long run, and it's probably gonna happen earlier than later. You know what I'm saying? It's just I've seen this happen over and over. You know, never happened with me because I don't. If a broad do that to me one time, I cut her off. That's how I do it. You only get one shot deal with me. I don't let things linger on. I don't get down like that. You know, if you go, let's say y'all go out of town, right? Let's say y'all go to, I don't know, Jacksonville, Florida for one weekend, right? Y'all go to Jack's Beach. Y'all go to the beach wear stores, buying shit. Y'all go to a restaurant and you got a nice hotel you staying at. But even before y'all left, this bro didn't volunteer to pay anything. You know, and you pay the hotel, you driving. When y'all get down there, you paying for the food Friday and Saturday. Both days. Y'all come back, y'all leave Sunday. And even on Sunday morning, y'all eat breakfast. You paid for everything the whole weekend. This broad didn't volunteer to pay for anything. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that. She didn't pay for the alcohol. Then she didn't volunteer to pay for the alcohol. Didn't volunteer to pay for the food. Y'all went to the mall. You buying kicks. She buying shoes. You done spent, even before y'all went on the trip, you done spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on her. This broad ain't spending, she ain't reciprocating, breaking no type of bread on you. This broad ain't into you like that. She's just trying to get what she can get so she can move on to the next sucker. And let me tell you something. There's some guys out here, players, Max, and pimps, won't even give take a bitch serious unless she's breaking some type of bread up front. Please believe that. Even you got guys, pimps, players, and Max, they not going to even take a woman serious unless she demonstrate up front by breaking bread that she's serious. But meanwhile, you're giving and doing this shit, taking this broad out, taking her to the mall, giving her gifts, flowers, all this bullshit. And you haven't even touched the pussy yet. I mean, you not getting nothing out of this whole weekend. Y'all hanging out together in Jacksonville, Florida. You ain't having a good time at all. It's like you just sitting around with this broad thinking, why am I even here with her? The weekend is kind of, it's just whack. I mean, ain't nothing, no excitement going on. The energy's low. The only person that's enjoying this shit is her. So you sitting there thinking, you can't get rid of this broad. Y'all out of town. You know what I'm saying? Y'all drove all the way to Florida, and maybe y'all live in Atlanta or some shit like that. So you can't get rid of her. You can't leave her. There's some guys that would do some wild shit like that. Don't do that shit. Some guys, well, if y'all ain't having no fun, if some guys would be like, if they ain't having no fun with the woman that they took out of town, they kick out the car or leave the bitch. Nah, don't do that shit. No, don't do that shit, man. You can get in trouble for that shit. You can actually get charged. I forgot what is for that. When you there's guys that will fly a woman out to where he's at, and if the girl don't put out, he won't fly her back to home where she came. He won't fly her back home. Don't do that shit. Yeah, you can get caught up doing that shit. There's some guys, I've seen guys and heard guys that have done shit like that. They'll fly a girl out, and if she don't want to put out, I ain't flying you back. Fuck out of here. It's that type of shit. But see, a woman is not obligated to put out. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to realize. You know what I'm saying? Now, you might have thought that was the plan before you flew her out. But see, the problem with that way of thinking is you're trying to manipulate the situation being like that. You try to kind of pull a fast one on the broad when you do that shit like that. It's kind of like you kind of, pin her in a corner and be like, hey, you ain't fucking, you getting out of here. You see, that's manipulation. That's not cool. And that's that cutthroat mentality that a lot of people have. Women have that same mentality too. They'll it's kind of like when you pin someone in a corner and you passively aggressively force them to do something that they don't really want to do. Instead of finessing the situation, you can sweet mac the bitch. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to pin somebody in a corner and make them feel like they have to do it. Otherwise, they'll be stuck out in the boondocks in the woods or some shit like that. See, that's not cool. That's not cool when guys do that. You know, I've known men and women that have done this to people. That's not cool. You know, when you feel like you got to sleep with her or him because I'm gonna lose my job or I'm gonna be stuck out here in the woods or some shit like that. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Well, you have to. The best thing to do is you got to spit. You got to spit that hot fire. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do that. Yeah. But at the same time, a woman is not ever obligated to sleep with you when you fly her out. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's some women might think differently. They might say, well, if she, in her mindset, she might say something like, yeah, I'm not obligated to sleep with him. But if I can't see myself sleeping with him, I'm not going to get on the plane. There's some women like that too. And that's okay. That's fine. I don't got a problem with that way of thinking. But to say that a woman should sleep with you regardless because you got her a plane, a flight. That's not cool. That's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So men and women shouldn't do that shit. That shit is kind of foul. You know, some guys would be like, because they feel like I spent all this money on this plane ticket and this bitch ain't want to fuck, you know? But that's not the way to do it. You know, and a lot of nerdy dudes be on that shit too. There's a lot of dudes that are nerds feel like, well, I'm a good provider and all this shit. So they just feel like a woman should just bow down and do whatever. It don't work like that. That's not real life. People are not fucking robots. You know? Yeah, see, a lot of these guys try to play mind games with a woman. Because, see, a nerdy guy, he doesn't understand why a woman would be even attracted to certain guys. That's like, you know, some of these guys are such big nerds. They be like, why the fuck you even attracted to a guy like him? I mean, look at him and look at me. They be on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They be like, because they start logically looking at things, and everything doesn't have to do with logic all the time. You know, and women don't even think like that. Women are more emotional than anything. Even if she's a hoe. Even hoes are emotional. You know, I mean, at the core, they're still a woman. It might be a screwed up woman, but she's still a woman. You know what I'm saying? But even hoes spend money on guys. Every hoe has that one guy that they'll break bread on. That's been my experience. Yeah, I've had hoes that break bread on me. I've had hoes that call me over their house. We got dressed and went out on the town, out in the city. Went to the nightclub and they break bread. Bought all the drinks, food. Next day, paid for breakfast. The whole weekend was on her. Yeah, I had hoes that done that many times. It ain't just a one-off thing either. But that's because she was into me like that. That's what it really comes down to. Now, you might be thinking that you might not know that a woman, any woman, spending money on a guy is a big deal. Even the average girl right now, 18, 19, 25, 35, 45, 60, spending money on a guy is a big deal for a woman. That's a big deal. Women feel a certain type of way when it comes to spending money on a guy. She has to be really into a guy to be spending money on him like that. I mean, it's one thing to give you $2-3 or some shit like shit. Some woman won't even give you $5, not even $2. I'm like, damn. She's like, I said, hey, give him $1. No, oh, god damn, that bitch ain't gonna give him nothing, boy. That's a big deal to a lot of these girls out here. Giving money away? Oh, hell no. Shit, they won't even give money to a goddamn homeless man. Man, a lot of these women, a lot of these women are stingy like that, man. So whenever a woman gives money, to a guy or a charity, anything like, that's a big deal. That takes a lot for a woman to do something like that. Especially these young girls today, they're selfish as hell. Man. So if a woman meets you at a bar or a nightclub and she's buying you a $20 drink or she might have bought you like 3 or 4 drinks. Like that's like $70, $80. And one night in less than 1 hour. That's a big deal for a woman. That's a big deal. Or a woman is, you and your buddy are together sitting down at a table and a woman comes to sit down with y'all and starts talking to you. And she said the next round of drinks is on me. That's a big deal. And the drinks, 3 drinks, that's like what? I'm $60. And she paid. That's a big deal. To a lot of women. Christmas time, she's going shopping for you. That's a big deal. You might not see it coming. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And she might have not even wanted anything for Christmas. Because like I said, you didn't see it coming. Maybe y'all just met and she's buying a gift for you. That's a big deal. That's not something that should be taken lightly. Now, if you were a player or Mac or pimp, well, them hoes got to break bread up front with them dudes. That's a big deal for them because that shows the player or the Mac that, oh, okay, this broad is serious. She's trying to get with a brother. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's a big deal. Even if she's a square chick, it's a big deal. Maybe she takes you and your mother out. Maybe you just met her mom or her parents. Maybe you introduce her to her. Maybe you introduce your parents to her after about 6 months. And she decides that, hey, I want to take your parents and you and us out together for dinner on one Sunday afternoon. That's a big deal for a woman. So she's paying for 4 people. That's a big deal for her. She's paying for your parents for you and her. That's a big deal for a woman to do something like that. She went out of her way. She volunteered to do something like that. That gives her a chance to get to know your parents better and get to see how y'all interact together and get to know you better as well. These things are a big deal for a woman. This doesn't happen all the time. A lot of these girls don't volunteer to meet your parents and pay for dinner at a fucking restaurant. They don't volunteer to do that shit unless they're serious about you as a guy. So this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And I can do one even better. She wants to go out of town with you and your parents. And she's paying for everything. She said, "Hey, I want to pay for the hotel. I just want to, I just want to get to know your parents. You know what I'm saying? Spend time together and get to know her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all thinking about getting married, or maybe y'all might be engaged or whatever. You know, so a lot of women will be like, hey, I want to get to know your mom or whatever better, and we can spend time together. We can go to the beach or do whatever they want to do." She was like, "Hey," and she might insist that, "Hey, it's on me. I'll pay she pay for the hotel up front, and we work the food out, whatever between us." That's a big deal for a woman. That doesn't happen every day or every week. Women are usually, a woman that takes you serious, she has to be into you to go above and beyond the call of duty like this. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's say you have some type of hardship. Maybe something happened. Maybe you lost your job, or maybe you got sick and you can't work for a short period of time or whatever, and you fall behind on your bills, and you tell her about it. Maybe she know about it because she be around you more than anybody else. So she'd be over to your house or your apartment or whatever. A woman might come over. She might cook for you, clean for you when she's not working or on the weekend or whatever. She might even go to the store and grab some food or whatever because she know you not working like you normally would. So she might come over and cook, clean. She might even stay the whole weekend. She might stay the whole weekend. She might go to the store, buy some shit with her own money. She never asked you for any money. She never asked you to pay for the food that she's cooking for you and her the whole weekend. So she might come over, stay with you the whole weekend, then bring her. She might stay until Monday morning. She'll get up and go to work, leave your house, your apartment. That's a big deal for a woman. A lot of women aren't going to do that. They're not going to pay your bills, regardless. Whether you have it or not, they ain't going to pay it. They won't feel no type of compassion. Whether you lost your job, you got sick, you broke your leg, you lost your contract, a lot of women ain't gonna look out for you like that, even if they have it. Even if she got it, I can't do it. She's not because she probably can do it, but just don't want to do it. So whenever a woman comes in and volunteers and looks out, she got your back. That's rare. That doesn't happen all the time. Most women, if you can't work or you lost your job and that woman ain't into you like that, shit, she's usually gone. That bitch haul ass. He be like, God damn, that bitch haul ass on me, man. I thought she liked me. Well, that's what you thought. Shit. Just because y'all having a good time, that don't mean she liked you like that. You know what I'm saying? That bitch gone, boy. He be like, I'll be damned. Fuck. That bitch hauled ass. As soon as you told her that you lost your job, that bitch was gone. She was like gone, like the next day she cut you off. You be like, damn. That happened to me one time, I mean, I wasn't really mad. I kind of expected that would happen with this broad. But, she wasn't the only one. Hell, that bitch was only a number. She was just the one hoe, I had to let go. And I had more bitches than her, so it really didn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if the broad ain't spending no money on you, and if you lose your paycheck or your job, that broad is gonna be gone. She wasn't into you like that in the first place. She was into it to see what she could get out of your ass. And most of the time, she was just around, just having a good time. Y'all, drinking and the fucking going on or whatever, or getting high, whatever y'all had going on. That's what she was into for the most part. But anything else was extra. Anything else, if you ask her for something, that broad be like, "Oh, no, I ain't in you like that now." So it's that you have to know what you got. You have to know what the relationship is based on. It's based on fun. That's what it's going to be. Just fun. And it's never going to go anywhere else. And that's okay. That's okay if you want to have those relationships. If it's a booty call, that's okay too. But you can't ask the booty call girl to give you some money. Or you can't ask the booty call girl about anything that's serious. That ain't gonna work. You can't build nothing with the girl that's just a booty call. That ain't gonna work. That relationship is gonna crumble it's gonna change real fast. Because y'all not on it like that. Y'all just here to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You can't get it's probably not a good idea to get serious with the girl, the late night smash. You start talking about your family and her family, and you want to meet her family. That's not a good idea to get into that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are just smashing. Y'all just, y'all using each other. And that's okay. It's okay to use people, but you don't got to misuse them, like my grandmother used to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's just every relationship is different. You have to know what you got with whoever the person you're dealing with. That's all. And you can't treat everybody the same. You can't have the same relationship with everybody. That's just not logical. Real life don't work that way. So I agree with your title of the show, but you will have to show you are worth being invested in before she breaks you off something. Of course, you have to demonstrate that you're that type of guy for sure. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, she won't take you serious as well. So yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, no doubt about it. But for the most part, if you're that type of dude that you claim to be, there's a certain vibe a woman picks up on when it comes to guys. A certain type of vibe guys give off. That's how a woman can tell if this guy is serious. Sometimes it's not it's not something that the guy has to do all the time. It's a certain it's a certain type of guy that he is. His vibe, his aura, maybe his clothes, how he look. Maybe he's suited and booted. I don't know. Maybe he just dressed well. Everything put together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a certain energy he gives off. So there's a give and take for sure. I agree with that 100%. You know what I'm saying? But it all starts with the guy. It has to start with the guy first. You know what I'm saying? And then the woman will reciprocate. Now, if the woman doesn't reciprocate, well, she ain't for him. And that's okay. Everybody's not for everybody. Everybody don't vibe the same. Everybody don't vibe the same. I'll give you an example. I met a girl. This is a couple months ago. A couple months ago. You know, a couple months ago, and I known her for like, years now. But she got married, right? And she we used to be real close back in the day. But I haven't seen her for like 20 years. She got married to this guy, and they was in town. This happened like 8 months ago. And she said, "Hey, whenever I come into town, I'm gonna hit you up. We can meet up, and I introduce you to my husband or whatever." Because she was like, "Hey, I tell them about you all the time or whatever." Because they see me online. And all they follow my videos and I think they might have read some of my books or whatever, right? Which is cool. So they came to town. They sent me a text and said, "Hey, we're gonna be at this hotel. Let's meet up at such and such place." And that's cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. So we picked this. They picked the spot we agreed to, and I went to meet them. And me and the husband, we didn't vibe like that. We just didn't vibe. The energy was off. You know what I'm saying? The energy was off. And I don't necessarily know why it was off. Well, no, I take that back. I think now the vibe between me and her, it was she's cool. Because she know how I get down. She know me for a long time. But he's from New York. And I said, "Okay, you from New York." I said, "Okay." I know how people are. Most people are from New York, So I'm talking about within the first 10 seconds, the energy was off. The initial handshake, the energy was off. And so, we went inside the bar and sat down or whatever. And, every time I tried to kind of bring the energy back in and have a good vibe, he kind of just kept throwing a monkey wrench in. He kept trying to throw things off. Not necessarily towards me, but just in the conversation amongst all three of us, right? So then I think I made a mistake too. I started talking about the places I've been, activities that I'm into. I said, "Yo, man, I go to Miami from time to time. I hang with this type of people." And I think when I started telling him what type of activities I get into, what type of guy I was, I think he might have got a little intimidated. I think that's where I made a mistake at. What I should have done is I shouldn't have said much. I shouldn't have got into any personal activities and stuff that I got into. Cause they're the type of couple, they're kind of nerds. And they don't do much. And this is what they said. They said they don't do much. They don't get out much. They stay home a lot. They got kids. They don't do very much at all, as a couple, since they had kids. And I think the second thing that kind of threw everything off is I kind of felt like I was overdressed when I showed up. Now I had on jeans and wallabies. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I had on. I had on some some wallabies. I had on some jeans, some that's kind of cut up in the front, kind of sliced up in the front, with some red and black wallabies and a red shirt, right? Like collar shirt, right? So I'm looking all splifty, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you what they had on. They had on, the guy looked like he was, going to the gym, and the girl looked like she had on one of them blue jeans skirt like your grandmother would wear. She had on that, and kind of cut off white top like a t-shirt, and some damn sandals, and that's what she had on. So it looks like they weren't really prepared to meet me. That's what it kind of looked like. That's what it kind of appeared. It felt that way. That's what the vibe was like. So I kind of felt like I was overdressed, And when I started talking about how I get down and some stuff I do and activities and stuff like that, I that kind of threw the vibe off, and that made her husband even dislike me even more, So but we didn't vibe, and that's just how it is. Everybody's not going to vibe. That's just an example of how some people just don't vibe amongst each other, and that don't make them bad people. Everybody's just not for everybody. Even though you might want to be friends with certain people, it just ain't going to work. Even if you wanted to work, it ain't going to work. And that's okay. And I had, at one point, I had a hard time dealing with this, because there's some people I wanted to be friends with, and I wanted it to work so badly. But I came to the conclusion that, look, everybody's just not going to be into you like that. And you just have to deal with it. That's just a part of life. Everybody ain't going to like you. Some people ain't going to like you because you're black, you're white, you're fat, you're tall, you might have big muscles, you might have long hair, you might have big lips, you might have a big ass, it could be anything. You might not like how you smell. Even if you smell good, it still might not like how you smell. It could be anything. That's just how it is. Like people are attracted to like people, even if you can't get away from it. That's just what it is. You can go from here to Colombia, and you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna vibe with you, and y'all ain't speak the same guy. You might not know no goddamn Spanish, but this broad, for whatever reason, she likes you. She likes your vibe. She likes everything about you. She think you handsome. You know what I'm saying? Every time you touch her on the arm or on the leg or wherever, she melts inside like marshmallows. Yeah, but you like, God damn, why is she so sensitive? The reason why she's so sensitive because of you. That's the point. You make her sensitive. It ain't just because of her. It's because of you. You do it to her. That's the point. That's what you really want. You want people that y'all got the vibe. Y'all on the same level, same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? Every time you around her, she likes herself better around you. That's why she likes being around you. That's why when you come around, you make her day. She'll have a good week, and if you manage to smash, you might make her month, and she'll appreciate being with a guy like you. She'll be like, God damn, this is what I've been missing all these years. I've been hanging around all these idiots, Instead, I should have been around a guy like him all my goddamn life. But she listened to her parents, and her parents, steered her in the wrong direction. Whatever. We do that. We listen to our parents. Our parents mean well for us, but our parents can't tell us everything. There's some things we have to learn on our own. So she'd be like, God damn, what a man. And she's thinking about all this shit once you done left. And in her mind, she's like, I can't wait until the next time I see him. Damn. And she's like, man, everything was good. One of her friends might ask her, hey, how was your weekend? Man, it was fantastic. She's like, oh, what? Why you said? Oh, I was with my friend that came from wherever, America or wherever, some shit like that, or came from New York or Miami or Charlotte or whatever, right? My friend that we were together the whole weekend. We had such a fantastic time, and we went out together and we went to dinner together, and we talked for long hours, and she went back. She'll go back and tell her friends all that shit. And her friends will want a piece of you. Next time if you ever get a chance to meet her friends might start smiling when they see you. You'd be like, why the hell is she smiling at me like that? And the reason why she's smiling at you like that, because old girl done told her what y'all did 2 months ago. That's why her friend is smiling at you like that. Because hell, she like, well, if she got a piece of you, I want some too. She ain't gonna say that, but I'm just there's a lot of bold women out here, but you understand my point. There's some people just had that vibe. They vibe together. Y'all are very alike. Y'all supposed to be together. Yeah, everything flows like water. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no pulling no goddamn teeth or nobody giving you a hard time and all this nonsense. Ain't nobody putting you on no child support, none of this bullshit that you been hearing about. Ain't nobody trying to kill nobody. None of this nonsense. Ain't no violence. What the hell are we getting violent for? We having sex. What the hell are we getting violent for? Ain't none of that nonsense. All the violence and all that shit comes into play, and all the bickering and all that, because y'all really ain't supposed to be together. That's the truth. That's what it really comes down to. Y'all really ain't supposed to be together. But you made a mistake. You got with this broad. You really shouldn't have been fucking with her in the first place. But she got you hooked. She manipulated you with the sex. And that's the only thing y'all had in common was the sex. She ain't never demonstrated anything else. It was all about the sex. And that's how you got hooked. She used the sex as a weapon. That's why players, max, and pimps usually tell these broads, you're going to have to break bread if you want to fuck with me. Because see, what it is they kind of leapfrog past all the other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's because, the pimps and the max don't put them women on a pedestal. That's the difference between them and a square dude. That's the difference. But if she ain't breaking bread, ain't spending money on you, player, she ain't into you like that. And I always say, if a woman ain't submissive to you, she ain't your woman. And that's just a fact. That's just what it is. And a lot of guys don't like it, but you don't have to like it. Get over it. And if you're in a relationship where this is the case, what I just break down in this video, the good news is you can get out. You don't have to stay in a relationship where you're not feeling appreciated. You don't have to stay in a relationship where you're going out of your way buying and paying for shit. And this broad ain't doing nothing. She ain't lifting a finger. She got her foot up in the air, on the damn couch looking at TV all the time. Ain't doing, and sitting there eating and getting fat with her wide back. And when you tell her she too big, she need to lose weight, she got a problem with that. Like, wow, why you telling me I'm fat? Is it true? Oh, you're too big or what? God damn it. He got a problem with that, so everything's supposed so you supposed to be cool with everything. That's just nonsense. See, this would never happen if the woman was into you. Now there's some men and women, they go lame. We know this. Some people do go lame over time. But for the most part, this type of shit don't happen if a woman is into the man. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen that way. It ain't no, let me tell you something. I watched my mom. My mom didn't stop dressing until she was 79. Yeah, 79 for my dad when I was growing up. So my mom was fly. She was dressing like shit. It's hard. She was a Fashion Nova. My mom was fly, yo. She used to wear big ass hats with dresses on and shit. Any day of the week. It could be Sunday or it could be, it didn't have to be church or graduation. My mom was fly, yo. My mom was like, my mom was a very unique woman. My mom was always like the best dressed woman in the damn in the building. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I saw growing up. I saw my mom, she was fly, yo. You know what I'm saying? She had the jewelry and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The chains and the shoes and the dress and the fly ass hats. Shit. So that's what I saw growing up. And my mom was dressing like that until she was like almost 80 years old. From my dad. She was always fly. You know what I'm talking about? But see, a lot of women today don't dress like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even make it to fucking 79, 80 years old. They don't even make it to 40. I'm like, what's wrong with this bro? This bro is picking up weight. You know what I'm saying? So see, the bar is low. And the reason why the bar is low, because guys, they don't ask a lot of women today like they used to. They accept, things that they wouldn't normally like out of a woman. They accept a woman being too big. They don't say anything. They just kind of like, okay, it's okay. And then one thing leads to the next. And then the next. And then the next. And then the next. And then you got a goddamn Titanic. It's all fucked up then. You keep letting things slide. That's what a lot of these guys are doing. They let things slide. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's not a big deal. See, you keep doing that shit. You give an inch, they take a mile. You give an inch, they take a mile. A lot of guys let things slide. And then shit, you let things slide. Well, shit, the woman ain't gonna say, she ain't gonna say nothing. They be like, okay, shit, that's okay with you. It's okay with me. And shit, that's how it usually starts too. So hey, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Go get my book, Love Can't Wait, and Boss Life Secrets on Amazon.com, man. You know what I'm saying? So share this episode. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. And P.S. by the way, I'm going to start an online dating series on my Patreon. But the only way you can get access to it is on my Patreon. I'm going to start that probably next week. Like every week, I'm going to tell you how I do online dating. I've been doing it for the past 15 years. So I'm going to do a video once a week on Patreon. The only way you're going to get access to it is on Patreon, though. It's not going to be on here on YouTube live or anything like that. And it's going to be at least 10 videos. So that's 10 video. That's one video a week for 10 weeks. That's 10 videos. I'm going to talk about online dating, how I do it. And I don't know anybody that do it like me. You know, I got strategies for days. I know how to hack these apps and websites. You know what I'm saying? And I still use these sites to this day, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just that type of dude. You dig? But hey, check out my Patreon. Like and share. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Here from Cali, I live in the valley.